Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It feels so good to be saying that. I miss filming so much. That was a very unplanned break, but I am back and lots has happened. Lots has happened since I've been gone. I think I'll do just like a sit down, get ready with me, and just like life update kind of video. But today I want to talk about the Subtl Beauty stack. So I've done a video on their old stack, this one here. Loved that, but they redid it. So I want to do a video on this, trying this new stack out, new and improved stack. It's a little bit echoey in here because we just moved into our new apartment, which is another whole story. We are in an apartment, not a house like we were planning, but I will tell you all about it in another video. But we just moved in finally, so it's just been a whirlwind, and that's why I haven't been able to film. But now we are in our own place. I have an extra room to film in, to work on my little small business in, so I actually have some space now, so I'm happy about that. So let's get back into it, get back into YouTube, get back into filming, trying makeup. I mean, this is my #1 priority basically, so when I can do this, I'm just happy as can be. So today we're gonna try the Subtl Stak 2.0. They actually sent me this, which is really cool. They also sent me like a bunch of options for each thing. So I have multiple options for like each makeup step to try. But if you don't know anything about this at all, it's basically just a full face of makeup in one like stack. So you twist it and you get each like makeup step. So the concealer, lip and cheek, bronzer, blush, highlighter, eyeshadow, powder. So basically like everything you would need for a full face of makeup, I guess, besides mascara pretty much is it, and maybe something for brows. It's a smaller business, women-owned business, and I love this concept, especially for people kind of like me that like more of a minimal makeup, more natural, easy, just day-to-day makeup. So yes, let's go ahead and try this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it as I go, and kind of as I'm going, remember like the things they changed, because they definitely changed a lot. I mean, look at the difference. But I know they did take in consideration like basically everything that their customers wanted, and took feedback and everything, and that's how they created the new stack. So I hope that all just made sense. I feel like after like not filming for a while now, I'm like, am I making any sense whatsoever? I don't know. But on the bottom, on the old stack, they just had like a bottom piece and it had like a little puff. I'm guessing people just didn't use it much because they actually redid the bottom. It's actually a brush. So they did have this like travel brush for powders and stuff, but I guess one of the like top things that people wanted was a brush actually in the stack. So obviously, you know, if you're using it for traveling on the go, it's nice to just have it in the stack. So there is a new brush in here. I love the purple. Everything's like a purpley, really pretty color. It just like looks a little bit more higher end, I guess. Like this is cute. I like the different colors and everything, but this just looks a little bit more classy, a little bit of a step up. And then next I have the dry brush cleaner. So that is a brand new piece of your stack as well. So it's just a little like, I don't know, brush cleaner pad. So you can switch between your powders and just clean it off in between. So that's really cool. And then next I have concealer. So I'm excited to try the concealer. They actually sent me 3 different shades. I have 001C, so I'm guessing it's just light cool. This one 003N, so more of a neutral, I'm guessing. And 002C, so another cool color. So usually I go with neutrals, so we're gonna, I think, do the neutral one, which is this one. Mostly like all over my face, and then I might grab like a lighter cool toned like under the eyes to brighten. But those are the 3 concealer shades that they sent me. So I'm going to use the 003N all over my face. So first thing you can tell right away is the stack is bigger. So I don't remember how much bigger, but they actually have more product in the stack, and they didn't raise their prices at all. So it's the same exact price and you actually are getting more product. So the stack is a little bit bigger. At first I was kind of thinking like, I mean, if you are using it for traveling, the smaller is nice, but it is also nice to get more product. And it's not that much bigger that it's like significant, I guess. And I'm guessing that helps the ability to make it refillable as well. So this one, not refillable at all. If you use it up, you would have to throw away the plastic. But this new one is refillable. So you can pop off like this edging and pop a new one in. It's just like a regular metal pan of product. So you don't have to throw away the plastic at all. So that's obviously amazing, way less wasteful. And they did send me like just a single pan of another bronzer shade. So this is what the refill will look like. And then you just pop that in. But anyway, let's start. So take this neutral one and we'll try it. I remember the other concealer being very, very light coverage. Very light. I was wanting a little bit more coverage. The formula was pretty and everything, but for a product that's like standalone, and you're probably not really, like if you want to use your stack as your full face of makeup, then you're not, you know, having a like separate foundation. So I was like, if you're truly using this as your full face, I would want a little bit more coverage, so that you can use the concealer more so on its own as like the only coverage product on your face. So right away, I can tell the difference. Like look how much is actually covering. And it's a really pretty creamy formula. And I feel like this shade matches perfectly. I love that you're able to like just use your fingers. Get right in there. It kind of like melts, like a very creamy formula, so it kind of just melts on your fingers. Melts into your skin. Okay, so I did half of my face, way more coverage than it used to be, and a really nice amount of coverage. Like this, to me, is just fine for every day. I would totally wear this, feel comfortable in it. It's covering what I want it to cover, adding a little bit of evenness to the skin, and it's just a really pretty natural light finish. So far, loving that. We're also buying train tracks too, so once in a while there'll just be a train, which is kind of cool, honestly, but you know, you're gonna hear it, so I'm sorry. But so I'm gonna do this other half of my face here quick. What a really pretty formula. Like really, it looks so natural on the skin. It's not like clinging to dry spots at all. It literally is kind of just looking like my skin, but just nicer. Does anyone else feel like when they do a lighter coverage like this, and you do find a product that is a good like formula like this, that even if your skin isn't clear, like I'm definitely having breakouts here, because you're kind of pinpointing where you want the coverage and just going in with like a lighter hand, even if my skin is not like perfect, it makes me more confident in my skin. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like it makes me feel like I'm embracing my skin instead of covering it up. And it makes me feel even more confident just doing this and accepting the way my skin is, but then adding a little bit of coverage just to make things a little bit more even. I feel more confident doing that, I feel like, than just putting on a full coverage foundation and covering my skin up completely. Like that, I feel like doesn't make me feel confident. What makes me feel confident is grabbing something like this and just embracing that, like, it's not perfect, but now I look presentable. I still look like me, and I just am like leveled up and ready for the day a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense. But I kind of like the imperfections, and I'm not bothered by that. I just don't want them to be so in your face or noticeable, you know? Like, I don't want that to be the first thing someone sees, but I'm okay if it shows through. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, we're gonna take the 001C, and I'm just gonna lighten up under my eyes a little bit. This one's a little bit lighter, and it is more of a cool toned shade, but it doesn't look like super pink or something. So brightened a little bit. I love this. I love when brands listen to people, listen to their customers, and make upgrades to their products that are like perfect. Like, this is exactly, I feel like, what was needed. Anyway, love that. It's like a perfect no makeup makeup. Next, these lip and cheeks. They gave me 2 shades. They're just creamy blushes and lip colors. I mean, basically one of those kind of like creamy products you can use anywhere on the face, basically. So very different shades they gave me. Terracotta Tour Guide and Passport to Plum. I think I might use like one on my cheeks and then maybe use the deeper one as a lip. I would normally not really like gravitate towards something purpley like this, but it is pretty. But I'm gonna take Terracotta Tour Guide, warm it up with my fingers. Pretty. Creamy and pigmented. Oh, it's like a perfect little sun-kissed shade. I look like I've just been in the sun. So pretty. Oh. I'm just gonna use this Passport to Plum one and just put it on my lips quick. Give them some color. That's actually really pretty. First I was like, I don't know if I'd wear these together, but maybe I should have thought of that. Like, oh, I make YouTube videos. Maybe I shouldn't live by a train track. I actually really like that color on my lips. They kind of go well together. And I know they upgraded like how these twist together too. I never had the issue, but I guess with this one people like got them stuck. So they upgraded how these twist now too. Bronzer. So I have, I think it's Lychee. And then they gave me a little refill of the Latte. Latte is definitely cooler toned. Okay, so Latte I would say is a little bit deeper and more cool. I'm feeling like my cheek is nice and sun-kissed and warm, so I might as well just use the Lychee one. I just feel like the Latte might be a little bit too deep for me, but maybe we'll go back in and just like chisel out the cheeks a little bit with it. But I am gonna use the brush that came in the stack. I don't know how I feel about this, only because this is reminding me of the brush that comes in the Benefit Hoola bronzer, or like any brush that a brand will like give with their compact, and I just have never been a fan. But we're gonna try it and we're gonna see. And I get, for the functionality of having the stack and traveling with it, this probably will do just fine, but we'll see. Okay. That bronzer is pigmented. Okay, love the pigmentation. I'm a bronzer girly. It's not too subtle. I don't love this brush, but again, like I said, I get it. The functionality of it and being on the go, like that obviously worked. I just, no. I think I don't know how to use my hands correctly either half the time. So it's just, I don't love. But it does allow you to like chisel really well. It's also hard, like this is a pigmented bronzer and it's hard to like tap it off. You know, I don't know. And I'm gonna put it in my crease. Okay, this bronzer is pretty. Why does it look so sun-kissed? My forehead is a little bit liney, but I'm actually gonna take their other brush. I believe they still have this, but I'm gonna use this brush instead just to blend it out a little bit. I was getting a little bit like liney, but that is a pretty bronzer. I love that. I'm loving everything. The way that they paid attention to every detail and upgraded the formulas and everything, like, and the thing is it does what it's supposed to. In a situation like this, in a stack like this is what you need. I'm gonna take the latte. Even though I don't need any more bronzer, I'm gonna take it because I do like how this chisels. And I'm literally just gonna put it a little bit like under and on my cheekbone, just to chisel it out a little bit, because I can. Okay. Now that's how I like my bronzer. Okay, let's move on. Next in here I have blushes. So I've never had their powder blush before. I think I'm just gonna like top my cream blush with a powder blush. They gave me Day Trip at Dawn and Blossom Bound. This one's a little bit more like corally, peachy almost. This one's more purpley, mauvey. I'm gonna go with the peachier one just because of the kind of vibe we're going with. I feel like it's gonna go well with the blush that we chose. So I'm gonna use the brush cleaner, clean my brush off here, and then dip in to the blush. I'm gonna tap it off on my hand because it looks pigmented again. I have a lot of blush, a lot of bronzer on, but honestly, that's how I like my makeup. I'm gonna use this to clean this brush too. Like for me, it's all about the face. A bold cheek and more natural eyes. I could see that being very pigmented, very pretty by itself too. Again, packs a punch. It's not just nothing. It's a good little topper to that cream blush too. I mean, this works, you know. It's just, I think ergonomically, I don't think I've ever used that word in my entire life. Just not my favorite, but it works, it does the job, and to have it just in your stack on the go is nice. Okay, so next is highlighter. Another thing I've never had from them is a highlight. So I just cleaned my brush off again. And this one is in Champagne. Ooh, pretty. And I'm knocking it off on my hand again. So you know, like you can see it on the brush when it's gonna be like pigmented. thing is too is like, I did not feel great today. I did not feel like, I didn't know what my hair was doing. My skin is not the clearest. It's not bad, but it's not the clearest. Like, I wasn't feeling great, but this is making me happy. This is great. Okay, highlight is beautiful. It looks wet. It's not like big chunky glitters. Look at that. That is so pretty. You could definitely just use your finger, I think, too, or a different brush, but works with the brush and the stack as well. Next I have eyeshadow here, but I'm going to use the Shine Control powder first and just powder my face a little bit. I wanted to get a little bit more powder on my lid before adding some eyeshadow. I don't know, do we use this? Cleaning off my brush again. And this is called the Shine Control powder. Just a translucent powder. And one of those powders that's good to apply throughout the day too, if you have this stack in your purse. Okay. Works with the brush. I'm gonna do a little bit more. Down the T-zone and then kind of just around. It definitely mattified a little bit, but it's not like matte, it's a natural finish, but took away some of that shininess. Set my under eyes really nicely. My under eyes get super creasy, and I like that both of these products, the concealer and the powder, are nice and light. And I find that more concealer under the eyes makes the creases, you know, even worse and more noticeable. So nice, light, more thinner formulas are making my under eyes look a lot better than like a heavy concealer. So that's the powder. Pretty. Did what it was supposed to do. And then last is eyeshadow. So this one is Jelly. And they also gave me Dune and Crush. And this is how they come too when you order them. There's just like a little plastic cap on them that you take off. But it's nice to have these little extra caps. I kept a couple of them for any of the products that I'm not currently using or not in my stack. So I think I would normally grab Jelly, this lighter one, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit deeper and go with Dune. I like this really pretty brown shade in there. It's like a perfect matte brown shade, and it's pretty deep. So we'll see here. Shimmer shade I'll probably use with my hands, but I am gonna use a separate brush. Just my normal little, this is the 27 brush from Sephora, and grab that brown shade and put a little bit in my crease. More of a light hand because this is a pretty deep color, especially for me. Blends out so easily. Just deepening up that crease. Oh, that shade is so pretty. And then the shimmer shade, it's like a bronzy shimmer. I think I'm just gonna grab with my finger and pop that on the lid. Oh, pretty. It's really pretty. It's like a perfect bronze shade. Ooh, I'm glad I picked this one. I am a fan. Wow. That is, I feel like, my new go-to. I love that. Okay, so I think that is everything in my stack. The topper now is really cool. Before they just had like literally just a cover. But now I guess a lot of people requested a mirror in the stack. So then obviously like when you're on the go, you can do your makeup. Kind of fits with the theme. So now on the top, there is a mirror on your stack. So that is really cool too. I want to see if I'm missing anything. There is little refills for the brush cleaner as well, which is nice. I have this little pamphlet here. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing any of the new features. So what's new? Refillable, I talked about that. The new additions, which is the brush on the bottom of the stack and the mirror on the top of the stack, and then reformulated. The formulas are all vegan, clean, and cruelty-free, and they also feature nourishing ingredients like jojoba oil, hyaluronic acid, and squalene, which is amazing, and then enhanced coverage and the staying power of the cream products. I'm a huge fan. I normally would always wear mascara, but the way that this is looking, I honestly don't even feel like I really need it. Like, I just love this look. So that is the new Subtl Stak 2.0. I was so excited to try this. I'm so thankful that I was able to try basically every product that they came out with. I feel like they completely nailed it. I feel like this was a cool concept. Like, the products were good in this. But with the added little bit of coverage with concealer, with some of the like pigmentation being a little bit bolder, like I feel like I will go for this one a lot more. And it's basically everything that was missing in this one is now in this one. So I'm completely impressed. I will be using this so much. I literally love all the products. You'll definitely have to see how it wears, obviously, throughout the day. Kind of test like the lasting power of the products. But first impressions are off the bat, I'm obsessed. So Stak 2.0 is now live on their website. I think it's so fun to create your own stack. It's very customizable, and you can definitely just grab like a few of the products, see how you like them, and then just continue to add to your stack. Anyway, that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed filming again. Like I said, was not planning on doing a break at all. But things just got a little crazy. But I'm back and I have my filming space. I can't wait to like decorate. Like, I want to decorate this back wall, so I actually have like a backdrop to my videos and everything. So I'm so excited, so I hope you are too. So if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.